are not asking, they are not checking a proper ticket. No, they are doing a profiling. They are looking towards you. They are judging you. There may be the two types of judging, but that's a different issue. But in Indian airports, we are following the two practices. One, standard, and second is the recommended. What is the standard? Necessary for your business. Forget it for the aviation security, it is the mandatory for your education institute. You must have some kind of standard. Today you need to have some kind of the benchmark. Oh, my school standard is like that. So it is necessary for your business. Recommended, desire for your business. These are the practices in the worldwide. But in India we are following two practices. We don't go for the third practice. And whatever the system we have, whether it is the train security, bus security, still everything, I must tell you, with the open heart, open-minded, we are well secure compared to all other countries also. But the people, what happened? We are having so many people, but we are failure to detect who was the co-passenger, who was keeping the unclaimed bag nearby me. That is very important. In day-to-day life also, you have to take care of that. This is the aircraft. This is the history. I wanted to give you some kind of the information and picture. IC-814 airborne from the Kathmandu airport. This thing is not happened from our country. Our legislations are very strong. It will not happen. But it has happened from the Kathmandu airport. And this is the aircraft which is making the airborne, which has taken off from the Kathmandu. What has happened? When I was sitting in the aircraft, I saw when the flight purser, he has entered in the cockpit, he has served the tea coffee to the pilot. When he is coming back, the hijacker entered and put the pistol. Get off from here. And just you can imagine, if you are driving a bus, if you are driving a plane, if you are driving a car, somebody is putting a pistol and he is kicking you from rear side. And he is asking, what is your alternate? He says Ahmedabad or Mumbai. Then he says, why can't we go to the Karachi? Why can't we go to the Lahore? Lahore or Karachi is very close to the Ahmedabad also. That means they have the idea about your system also. Then what the Captain Devi Sharan was did? He was flying the aircraft continuously. Then got the fuel shortage. The aircraft was landed in the Amritsar airport. Now the government of India made the mandatory. If Indian registration aircraft land in our airfield, sorry, we will not allow the aircraft to airborne from our airfield. We will deflate the tire. We can create the physical obstruction. We will not allow the aircraft. After this incident, we have learned so many things. This aircraft was airborne from the Amritsar. That should have not done there. But whenever such kind of the situation is taking place in India, we are making the 4 layer of the situation management. One, aerodrome committee. That time the airport director Mr. Mulekar was there. Commissioner of police Mr. Birdi was there. Second, Rajiv Gandhi second committee is our Indira Gandhi Palam Airport. Director General of Civil Aviation, Commissioner of Civil Aviation, they are the member. The third layer in the Rajiv Gandhi Bhavan and the Home Secretary and our security advisor for the nation. That time Mr. Brijesh Mishra was there. He was the security, he was leading that. 4th layer was the Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He was the leader in that. If what is the message has come from the Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, why it has not reached to the airport? If that could have reached in a proper manner, this aircraft could have avoided to take off from there. But ultimately aircraft is managed to take off. After that, what happened? He is the brother of Maulana Maqsood Azhar. You cannot believe what price we have faced for this. The India has faced for this. Now the world has faced for this. Because of the terrorism, because of the Atankwad. He is the man. 5 hijackers they are entered. One in the cockpit, other 4 they are managing in the other people in the. What happened? After the aircraft airborne from the Amritsar, the aircraft has went to the Pakistani authority. And aircraft trying to land. And the Pakistani authority, they have shut down the runway light. Just you can imagine. They say, sorry, Indian registration aircraft cannot land in our airspace. Then the Captain Devi Sharan is trying to land again on the Pakistani land, but they switch off the runway light, taxiway light, even all the airport light. But when he saw the needle, he is in E, empty, fuel tank is the empty. He don't have any option. He says, co-pilot was Singh is there, Chal Singh, landing Marti hai. Terrorist was there. We can try to attempt the landing. When he is trying to land, suddenly co-pilot shouted, boss, hum runway pe hain. Sorry, hum road pe hain. He realized, oh, road pe hain. He is pulling the full throttle, giving the aircraft is going. You can just imagine when your vehicle, you are driving the vehicle and fuel, the noodle goes on the empty tank. If you are giving a full throttle, what can happen? Engine efficiency can go down also. Even there may be the air pressure, maybe the air blockage and all this thing. but the level of the confidence in the Captain Devi Sharan was very high. He pulled the aircraft. He informed the Pakistani authority, look, if you are not permitting to land within a 5 to 10 minutes, I am going to land at your any city, your country city, any. Maybe 10,000 your people may die. 189 my people may die also, because I don't have the fuel, I don't have the option. Realizing the danger, the Pakistani authority, they open the runway. They allow the aircraft to land, but only one condition. After the refueling, you have to get out from here. He says, first you can allow me to land, then I will do whatever the best I can decide. Captain Devi Sharan has requested, there are old lady, pregnant lady, old people they are sitting. The Pakistani authority, they are not realized that. They say you can get off from there. The aircraft is airborne from the Pakistan authority, means Pakistan airfield also, and heading towards the Kandahar. But during the Kandahar, there was no landing facility, night landing facility available. The aircraft has gone to the Dubai. Aircraft is landed. Mr. Jaswant Singh was the External Affairs Minister. He has made the dialogue with the UAE government. Here the important for you people as a management student or management faculty, what kind of the relation we have, bilateral, trilateral, multilateral agreement we have with the country, we have with the education institute. That is very important. Jaswant Singh, Mr. Jaswant Singh is managed to take 11 people, released from there, and other people, then the aircraft has again airborne from the Dubai and gone to the Kandahar airport. This is the full stop landing they have made at the Kandahar. After this kind of the vehicle they are coming, Captain Devi Sharan saw, oh, police people they have come, security people they have come, but he realized later on when the police people and the captain, the hijacker making the shake hand like that, oh, shake hand, and he is giving the indication that these are the my people. What can be the expression of the Captain Devi Sharan? You can see that. If you are a pilot in that, if you are driving your vehicle or driving a bus, what can be the condition in that? See the face of the Captain Devi Sharan. He is the pilot, he is the hijacker. He is giving hand signal to terrorist and Atangwadi. What kind of the airport I have landed? You can realize that importance. And 25th December, you can say the Christmas, 31st December, New Year is coming. What a pressure on the Prime Minister of India. Whole world, even you people are also involved. Whenever such thing, you are opening the television. Vinay Katyal was died in the onboard in the aircraft also. जब वो अपने वाइफ के साथ में बैठा था, उसको चाकू से स्टैब किया जा रहा था. You can understand the impact. What can be the impact on other public also. See, the hijacker, they are utilizing your facilities, they are utilizing your services for the purpose of the Atangwad. Terrorism, they are taking the bomb, purchasable commodity. Security threat for the aircraft also, for the education institute, for anything also. He is the Captain Devi Sharan. We should salute to the such kind of the pilot. Really, who has given a lot of confidence level. If somebody is hitting you or putting the pistol here, what is your level of confidence? But he has shown the confidence level very high. And what price we have faced? Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, he is agreed to release the three terrorists from jail, Kote jail, Jammu. And who are the terrorists? What are the price we have faced? He is the Maulana Maqsood Azhar. He is the man we have released. Later on, this gentleman is involved in the attack of the Sansad. Sansad Bhavan mein isne attack kiya tha. Just you can say the mastermind. The money has taken from the India, collected from the India. Currency has changed in the Nepal, and it was utilized in the America for the 9/11. From where you are collecting the money, from where you are utilizing the money, see the sequence. That is very important. He is the gentleman who was involved in the Sansad attack. That is the picture of the Sansad also. Umar Sheikh, he is the man later on, he was involved in the 9/11 attack. He has hit the Twin Tower in the America. Number of bomb exploded here. If such kind of, we have the 2,000 terrorists in our Indian jails. If we can release such kind of the every time, what happened? Now that is why the government of India has taken the decision. Whatever be going to happen, whichever the country aircraft, we are not going to release the aircraft. And in situation management in India, it's very difficult. If American aircraft, registration aircraft land at your airport, Rajkot airport, what can be the impact? American President George W. Bush may talk to our Prime Minister, look, Mr. Manmohan Singh, you can release my aircraft. American registration. Mr. Manmohan Singh is going to say that you can release my citizen who is board on the aircraft. It is the duty and responsibility of the government, they have to take care of their citizen. That is why we are bound to take, our Prime Minister is bound to take the responsibility of our citizen. This is the picture, that gentleman, he is the mastermind. You can say whatever the language you can use, but these are the people, they are the nuisance. Otherwise, our country can require the green card. And India is such a market, you can sell anything. Anything you can sell here. It can be, anything can be work here also. Maulana Maqsood Zargari, he is the man, later on he was involved in the kidnapping. Maybe he is involved in the kidnapping of the Afghani people. But if such kind of the terrorist, and he came to the Rajkot, believe me, the terrorists are mostly, we have to miss our half of the forces we are sending to guard the Gujarat border. Number of incidents has proven that these people are entering through this. The Kandla port, that is why the Narendra Modi Sahib is very highly targeted. He is putting a lot of his effort to guard the border of our country. How he is putting, nobody realizes. He is doing a one man on all these things. Okay, let me do that. All entire government go against, but he is not giving that. He is giving a priority for the security. Security of Gujarat, security of nation, he is taking care of that. That is why these people are targeting, okay, look, you are taking so much of interest for your country, we will take for your interest also. He is the man who was, Ms. Zargari, was involved in the kidnapping of the British citizen. Then, I have seen you people, you are discussing about the management. But in management, what is the term of the safety? All the businesses, safety are very important. Freedom from the danger, that is called the safety. What is the security? Certain level of guarantee you have to provide in India. How the people, NRI people, they are coming in the Gujarat. Why? Because Mr. Narendra Modi is providing a certain level of guarantee in the world. Look, my border, my country, my state is safe and secure like this. What is your benchmark? What is your desire? What is your expectation? Then they are coming in your country, they are investing the money, otherwise they will not come. Efficiency. My big brother Dinesh Vohra Sahib has talked about everything I have seen. It's very motivative, very energetic like session was there. But efficiency, today you should not forget the benchmark of your YDS Educational Institute. If Principal Sahib is given any work to you, okay, you can do this work within 30 minutes. If you are doing same work within 29 minutes, you known as the efficient. But same work you are doing within a 31 minutes, you are a big zero in that. What do you want, 29 minutes or 31 minutes? 29. Why can't you go for the 25 minutes? How you can go for that? Somebody should be from your side. Senior man should become a leader. He can drive the project. He can take a project. Then you can achieve this benchmark. Then, services. What class of the services you are providing? In India, there are the number of organizations, they are service orientation organization, and we have to give importance for the quality, not quantity. Quality control are not a luxurious, they are essential for your business. That is very important. You can provide a class of good quality of education, you will achieve your benchmark. And what is the aim of this training? My aim of to safeguard my civil aviation, safeguard my country. It is in your hand. You are the driver of my country. How you can drive, that is very important. But I want one commitment from you. Whenever you can see the unclaimed bag in any public area, you will inform the appropriate authority. Second, you will not touch any unclaimed bag. For your life, for others' life. You are touching the bag, it can be work as a switch also, it can be a bomb also. But apart from that, I have added my 2 words, make aviation safer by reducing the risk and accident. Here also, I wanted you can make your institute safer by reducing risk and accident and incident. Incident and accident can be permitted, not cause of the human life. Human life is very important as per as my principle. अगर एक आदमी की जान चली गई, आदमी नहीं आएगा. लेकिन ऐसे कई इंस्टीट्यूट है जो और कई बिल्डिंग है. दिल्ली एयरपोर्ट 3 बार आग में जल गया, तीनों बार हमने अच्छा बनाया उसको. You can make it. Number of aircraft it has involved in the fire, but we got a very good aircraft also. But अगर कोई आदमी मर गया है, वो वापस नहीं आता. इसीलिए स्वामी जी ने हमें जो उपदेश दिया है आत्मीयता का, उसे हमने फॉलो करना बहुत जरूरी है. I have concluded my presentation in. This is the only important slide that you can say the analysis and recommendation. Today you have to look about the infrastructure. What kind of the infrastructure we have in India? That is very important. You are working in a very constant or very limited resources. If you are working in such kind of the things, how you can achieve your company benchmark? Functional area. This is the opportunity. We got very good dais and very good chairs are there, but there are still areas are there. We cannot provide a proper functional area for them. How they can achieve their benchmark? facility and equipment. This is the nose of your, face of your country, you can say that. If you have good equipment, good technology, it indicates the country is very good and prosperous country. Signages system, I have seen Rajkot, in your areas signages are very poor. You can go to the Mumbai, you will see where is the airport, Vimantar, but here the signages are very poor. You have to upgrade your system. Even when I am walking in your premises, the signages are very poor. You have to give the importance to the signages. Signages will lead your country. It gives the indication for your country. What are the country you are surviving, what is the wealth of the country that. Efficiency and effectiveness, which we have already discussed, management and assessment. You are the people, you are driving the management, you are doing the MBA. How you can lead our country and you can do that. If somebody is weak, कोई आदमी कमजोर है, उसको चल भाग जाए ऐसा नहीं बोलने के. You can take him with you. You can put him with the nice people. He will improve definitely. Evaluation and accountability. Somebody should from our institute to take a lead. Okay, I am responsible for catering. I am responsible for the classes. I am responsible for the presentation. I am responsible for making cleanness. Somebody should has to lead something. Then you can make it. You have to become a good leader in that also. Forecasting and planning. You have to carry out some assessment on this also. What are the forecasting and planning? How we can make it? What are the future requirement for you? You have to take care of that. Supply ahead of the demand. India is little bit keeping. They are not keeping in the mind, but believe me, in aviation services, we are keeping in the mind supply ahead of the demand. ICAO says 200% media, but we are keeping in India 300%. We don't want any problem. When my file is moving on the 10 table, follow-up action, whatever we are discussing, if you like my session, you can send me the mail also. And last is the positive attitude, very important. What is the positive attitude? You have everything. You are very clever. You are everything. Number of people they had a discussion with Vohra Sahab and they are given the, oh, I have performed on all this thing. But if you are not a positive, sorry, you cannot achieve your benchmark. Take the example of positive attitude. If you are coming from out, you want to drink the bottle, that bottle is the half of the water. What you are doing? Oh, open the tap, glass mein dalo, pani pee lo. You should not go in criticism. Who has taken this bottle? Why this bottle is half? What are the problems? No. Healthy criticism welcome in India. Negative criticism is dangerous for you also. Any further question and answer? This is my mail ID also. You can send me. I can give you the public. I have the number of program, but I have not brought. These are the CDs and all for the public also. So I have cut it and pasted something which I thought, okay, let me share with you for the today. The aviation, even the country security is the number one. Then in your life, it's not only the aviation, but in your life you have a lot of challenges. If you are folding your hand and standing like that and sitting, you are making your study. Sorry, Vohra Sahab ne kaha 41% of pass ho gaya hai, but today he is the number one lecturer in India. You can say that because he has not folded his hand. He has opened his hand. Whatever condition comes, you have to accept. You should be a decision maker or disturbance handler, or your decision should be in a proper way. Then you can achieve your benchmark. Again, I am a very passionate man, and I am keeping, I don't want anything to be in my country face. So after this session also, we will stand in our place for 2 minutes, we will have a Rashtrageet, and हम झंडे को सलामी देंगे. उसके बाद I will hand over session to the Vohra Sahab. Next. ऊपर वहाँ 2 बार उसको प्रेस कर देना माइक के ऊपर.
एक जोरदार तालियां अनिल ठाकुर जी के लिए. इनकी भी जय हो. जिंदगी में सीखने के मौके कम ही मिलते हैं, और जिन्हें मिलते हैं उन्हें सौभाग्यशाली समझना चाहिए खुद को. बहुत कम बार ऐसा होगा कि इंसान को ऐसे एक्सपर्ट से मुलाकात करने का मौका मिले. हर जगह पे एक ना एक सीख मिलेगी, एक लर्निंग है. जिंदगी में जब कभी आप बाहर जाएंगे मैनेजमेंट एक्सपर्ट के रूप में, टेक्नोक्रेट के रूप में, फैकल्टी के रूप में, एक इंसान के रूप में, एक सिटीजन के रूप में, तो ये चीज़ें हमेशा याद रहती हैं। यही लर्निंग है। और सच बात यह है, जिसके पास कॉम्पिटेंस है, जिसके पास नॉलेज है, उसकी इज्जत है पूरी दुनिया के अंदर। दुनिया सलाम करती है उनको। और अनिल ठाकुर जी का मैं धन्यवाद करूंगा कि उन्होंने अपना कीमती वक्त यहाँ दिया, आप सबको संबोधित किया। और सच कहो तो मेरे लिए ये सेशन एक तरह से आई ओपनर था। बहुत दिन बीत गए थे जब मैं वहां बैठा था, मुझे वहां बैठने का सौभाग्य नहीं मिल पा रहा है, पता नहीं क्यों। सच कहूं ना, एक पीछे भी मैंने एक बात कही थी, मेरे मन में एक त्रासदी थी, एक ट्रेजेडी सा समझ सकते हैं, एक तीस है कि मैं भी वहां बैठना चाहता हूं, कि वहां बैठे बिना मैं भी अधूरा हूं। एक प्रोग्राम था रविंद्र नाट्य मंदिर में, 400-500 लोग आए थे, मैं वहां चीफ गेस्ट था, HRD और इकोनॉमिक कॉन्फ्रेंस के ऊपर था। नीचे बहुत सारे विजेता बैठे थे, उनको प्राइज मिलना था। तो मेरे दिल की बात जुबान पर आ गई, मैंने कहा कि काश कि एक दिन ऐसा हो कि मैं वहां बैठूं, मेरा नाम बुलाया जाए और मैं भी इस सीढ़ी चढ़ के ऊपर हूं, अपना पुरस्कार लेके जाऊं। बहुत सौभाग्यशाली लोग होते हैं जो यहाँ बैठते हैं, जिन्हें सीखने का मौका मिलता है। हर आदमी को यह गौरव प्राप्त नहीं होता है। Not everybody is as fortunate as you people are sitting down below here. There is a lot of value in that. I think real learning is there, not here. And I'm also here to learn from you how you manage your life beautifully. Ultimately, we are coming to the end of the session. Few more minutes. He said about the positive attitude. It's true. 85% of the time when we get selected, promoted, do something in life, it's only due to our positive attitude, and 15% due to our aptitude. So all your technical skills will account only for 15% and not more than that. Your attitude will account for 85%. Together it will become competence and you will prosper in your life. You will excel in personal life as well as in professional life, both ways. My good wishes are with you. यहाँ पे शायद कुछ लोग सिविल इंजीनियरिंग फील्ड से भी होंगे. Are there? Fantastic. In the early 80s in Japan, near Osaka, when the airport was getting saturated and there was no land, the Japanese government decided to make an airport inside the sea, named Kansai Airport. I think you must have studied also, the civil engineering student and even other students also from the engineering side. It was to be a technical marvel actually. So all the best experts from the geological field, engineering field, technical field, they were invited by the government. They prepared the plan for the Kansai Airport and they reached a conclusion after thorough deliberations that we will fill up the land nearby Osaka inside the sea, 2.5 kilometers approximately away from the mainland, and then we'll erect a building and runway on that one. They thought through their calculations that maximum it will sink 28 to 31 feet and minimum 19 feet into the sea during the filling up of the land. I don't know what happened that all the technocrats and geologists, they accepted the minimum limit, threshold limit of 19 feet of sinking instead of 28 to 31 feet, which is the maximum perceived due to those deliberations. I think it was a gross blunder on their part, but we learn from each and every mistake. That's life. They started filling up the land, making the land inside the sea. More they were filling, more it was sinking. After few years, when a lot of soil went into the sea and they made the airport, the runway, the main building, they found it that it was still sinking even after putting in the runway and the building. And every morning and every evening, there was a challenge for all the technocrats, engineers. They used to inspect all the areas of the airport where it has sank today, so that they can put in some fillers there to make the airport operational. You will not believe, in the mid-90s it became operational, and today more than 10 years of operation, the most expensive airport in the world, in the maintenance as well as the landing charges, is still sinking 2 to 3 centimeters an year. Still the fillers go into that to erect that one. But Japanese geologists and technocrats have utilized that know-how, and now they are coming up with a second runway and second building there itself inside the sea. So we are evolving. We are learning from our mistakes or our experiments. That's in human nature. Same thing will happen to your life. More experiments you have with your personal and professional life, more mature you'll become. Experience will come to you. Understanding will come to you, so that you become a better decision maker. मुझे याद है बचपन में जब मैं स्कूल में जाता था तो मेरे कोर्स में प्रेमचंद की कहानियों की एक किताब थी. उसमें एक स्टोरी का नाम था ईदगाह. I don't know anyone of you has read that story from the Munshi Premchand. It's a story about a very young boy, 5-year-old Hamid, who used to live with his grandmother, Dadi. His parents had died in an accident. He was living in a very poor condition inside the village. Eid was approaching, and all the small children, his friends, Hamid's friends, they were planning to buy toys and sweets, all kind of things from the fair, Eidgah fair. But this guy was not thinking on those lines. On the day of Eid, when all the boys and girls, young boys and girls were heading towards Eidgah for a fair, Hamid's Dadi, the grandmother, called him and said, "I am giving you 3 paisa, buy some sweets." He said, "Okay." He goes to Eidgah fair and he's looking at all the things with great tempt in the eyes. He's looking at the sweets, he's looking at the toys, but then resisting himself. He's not taking a decision there. He says, no, if I take the sweets, then maybe my Dadi will remain hungry, the grandmother. If I buy the toys, they will break after 2 or 3 days, I'll enjoy. Then he was passing through a shop, small shop of utensil sellers. And he stops there, looking at the things, and then he eyes an item called tong, a pair of tong, chimta. And this shopkeeper says, "बच्चे, ये तुम्हारे मतलब की चीज नहीं है, तुम ईदगाह के मेले में आए हो, जाओ आगे जाओ, मिठाइयां खरीदो, कुछ और चीजें खरीदना चाहते हो, टॉयज खरीदो." बोलते नहीं, कितने का है ये? बोलते 6 पैसे का है. He looked at his pocket, 3 पैसे. He says, "ये कम नहीं हो सकता क्या?" बोलते नहीं, 6 पैसे का ही है. Then he goes ahead and shopkeeper calls him. कहता, "इधर आओ, तुम्हें ये चाहिए क्या?" कहता, "हाँ." कहता, "लेकिन मेरे पास 3 पैसे ही हैं." कहता, "कोई बात नहीं, लाओ 3 पैसे लाओ, ये चिमटा ले लो." He sells the pair of tong. He holds in the hand and says, "It's very good," and showing to his friends. For this find, he is being ridiculed by all his fellow children. कि ये तुमने खरीदा है. He goes home and tells his Dadi, the grandmother, "Dadi, I have brought it for you, the pair of tong, the chimta." The moment he sees this pair of tong, she slaps the Hamid then. The moment she sees, she slaps the Hamid. "What you done? ये क्या कर रहे हो तुम? मैंने तुम्हें मिठाई के लिए पैसे दिए थे, टॉयज के लिए पैसे दिए थे, और तुम ये चिमटा खरीद लाए हो, किस लिए?" He said, "दादी, जब आप रोज खाना बनाते थे ना, तो आपका हाथ जल जाता था, तो मैंने सोचा अगर मिठाई खाऊंगा तो वो तो खत्म हो जाएगी, टॉयज लाऊंगा तो 2 दिन में टूट जाएंगे, तो मैंने ये चिमटा ले लिया, कम से कम जब आप खाना बनाओगे आपके हाथ तो नहीं जलेंगे." And today when I seeing the television channels, the Havells ad is there. one small boy is making a pair of tongs temporary when his mother is cooking the food. उसका हाथ जल रहे हैं. आपने नोट किया? Electricity appliances का एक ad आता है. This ad has been inspired by this story. Eidgah. At this age, this boy took a momentous decision to buy a pair of tongs. And this story is backbone of my involvement in my life. कि क्या सही वक्त पे मैं सही निर्णय ले सकता हूँ. Life is all about taking the right decisions at the right time. किन्साई एयरपोर्ट हो, ईदगाह हो या कुछ भी हो. दोस्तों, जिंदगी में अंधेरा बहुत बार आता है. Lot of time it happens that you feel that you are gripped by darkness. You cannot have a way ahead. I recollect in the courtyard of King Janak, the father of Sita, one sage came, Rishi came, and he said, "Oh Rishi, I'm so and so." कहता, "Hey Gurudev, मैं आपको जानता हूँ." He came down from his throne, washed his feet, welcomed him, and after some time he said, "Oh Gurudev, if you allow me, I would like to ask few questions." He says, "Oh King, you yourself is a man of wisdom. What can I reply you? What I can answer you?" लेकिन ये तरीका होता है इज्जत देने का घर आए मेहमान को. उसने कहा, "ठीक है, पूछिए." He said, "My question is that when we are gripped by darkness, we don't have a way out. What's that source of one light which enlightens our path?" And sage smiled and said, "One such light is the light of the sun. Sun is the light giver, the source of life and energies." Fantastic. But Gurudev, what happens when sun gets set? What lights a man's way? And Rishi smiled and said, "With a lesser intensity, it is the light of moon which lights a man's way." And the King Janak said, "Very nice answer, I am happy, but if you allow me, one more question. If sun gets set, moon also gets set, then what lights a man's way when he is gripped by darkness?" And the Rishi said, "It's the light of fire. In the light of fire, we can perform, we can do the job." And there was a broad smile on the face of King Janak. He said, "One more question. When sun gets set, moon gets set, and there are no fires, what lights a man's way when we are gripped by darkness?" He says, "The light of the sound." Light of the sound. कभी घर में बैठे हैं, रात का टाइम है, लाइट चली गई, and suppose you are sitting on this side and somebody known to you, your relative or wife or husband sitting on that corner, what comes to your rescue? Your sound. देखो, शायद तुम्हारे साथ में टॉर्च रखी है, शायद मैच बॉक्स रखा है, कैंडल रखा है. What is working as a light? Sound. And there was a smile again on the face of King. He said, "All the four answers are fantastic, but final last question.